here for Crowdsurfing. I am Camilla.
I am Joey Evans.
I am Chris.
I'm Z. What's up? Okay. Chris is. I am also Chris.
Chris Yee?
Yee.
Oh. News to me. Tom is not here again this week.
Yay.
Safe travels to him. He will be back, though. Never fear. Yeah, welcome to Crowdsurfing. Here we take a look at crowdfunding projects. I thought you were going to be in sync with the claps. No, crowdfunding projects ending here in the next week. And so we'll take a look at a couple of those. This show is sponsored by BackerKit. So before we get into the current projects, let's take a look at one that they have running right now.
All right.
Okay, so today we have something that's very different here. It is a Dungeons & Dragons one-shot in the 100 Acre Wood. So this is based on the original books here. You can see the illustrations of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. And so this is just a 10-page PDF file if you want to play a little bit of D&D with Winnie the Pooh. Now this is not as, it's more of like an imagination. You're going and you're fighting against the Woozles and the Heffalumps and the Jaguars. And so you can see here's Pooh Bear's stats and stuff, showing off Pooh Bear's strength and constitution, special abilities. If he eats a pot of honey, he gets some bravery points. His skill proficiencies. So if you like this idea, there's a picture of the original toys that the Winnie the Pooh stories have been based on. And this is from the folks who made Unfamiliar, a bunch of familiars that escaped from the people who owned them and went off and played on their own. So if this idea intrigues you, if you want to play, it's a one-shot, so you don't need to, it's not to be added into other D&Ds, but if you want to play D&D with your kids or something like that, you can check it out here. So again, this is a D&D one-shot in the 100 Acre Wood on BackerKit right now.
That's fun. All right.
Comments are killing me.
The comments, oh. All right, we're going to take a look here, first of all, with let me try this one. Aethermon Collect. Aethermon.
I think it's Ether.
Third time's a charm.
Aethermon.
I knew it.
Ethermon.
Aethermon.
Gotta catch them all.
Whoa.
Legally
Legally
distinct.
distinct.
Ethermon.
Oh, really quick, Mila, do you want a clipboard?
Yes. Thank you, Chris. All right, so we have some shout-outs here before we get into the projects too much. Some shout-outs. These are people that backed the Kickstarter, so thank you guys so much for your support.
Thank you.
Shout-out to Art Morris, the Ginger Giant. Thank
deserve
you.
an
The
Ethermon.
Ginger
The
Giant.
Ginger Giant.
That sounds
I want to know how
delicious.
giant.
Thank you.
That's your giant?
You
That's
do
offensive.
have a soul. What?
We should be talking
What do
as
you
if we're-
mean?
we
It's
should
a
be talking as
giant.
if we're
Giant
little.
things are
And
a little...
giants speak
slower?
slowly.
Well, I guess if we're little, we're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's offensive as well. I'm
All
offended. That's
right,
not what I
yeah,
sound
yeah,
like.
You know what?
Blue shift, red shift. That's how this works. Continue along.
All right. Also, John Green. Thank you, John.
Yes.
Green shift.
Loopy. Is Loopy in the chat today?
Wait, Loopy, like the Loopy we all know and love?
Loopy. The Loopy.
This is the one time he's not in the chat. I
Right,
bet.
of course.
Are you kidding? There it is, Loopy!
There
he is.
Hey-o.
Gotta catch them all, Loopy Mong.
Loopy gets a
Happy
song.
birthday, Loopy.
All
Or
right.
whatever this is.
No, this is thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Not from Chrissy.
Yes.
Renee McKenzie from Mexico.
Renee in the chat.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not, no. And lastly,
Rex Danger.
he's been practicing.
We have somebody who wanted a shout out to Rex Danger, even though that's not their name, but I think they
Their
go by
nature
Rex.
is.
No,
their
we're
name
not going to
is-
say their name. They
I'm
might not
not.
want us to, but
But what if I want to?
I'll go ahead. Alex.
Alex, aka
Rex
Danger,
Danger.
maybe? I don't
I
know.
don't really know. Rex Danger is their alter ego.
What a disappointing thing, though, to be like, Danger's my last name.
Last name, I know.
That would be.
I
Yeah.
know, you know?
I feel like you'd have to change it at that point.
You have to shift
It's
it
like
at least.
Rex Smith Danger. Smith is my middle name.
Never
Yeah.
comes in handy to that one
power.
time you need to craft the sword of power. You're like,
You know?
it's my time to shine.
All right, again, thank you guys for the support. We really appreciate it that we could be here doing this, so thank you. All right, for real, we're going to take a look at Aethermon.
Nailed it.
Oh, second
Thank
word, you
you.
got it?
Huh?
Collect.
Collect.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you think this is
it.
inspired by Pokemon? Wait.
I
No.
think they were more Digimon people.
Look at that picture.
I do-
It's like
Wow.
barely legally distinct
Right.
stuff. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Like that Pooh Bear project. You're like, got it. Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh's in the public domain now. This is not.
This, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This
Yeah,
is
all
right
right.
adjacent.
I mean, look at that. Yeah, that looks
Okay, really
so
quick.
similar.
Based on that picture right there, how big do you think that box is?
Oh, you're right, because these cards, I didn't think about that.
The
Oh.
box is like it's like a square box, like this big, the size of
Yeah.
the card.
That box is
picture-
not square though, you know, so it throws you off, right?
Oh, because I
Yeah.
guess they have to have
That
somewhere to put
box
the
makes me want to
standee.
sing that box. I want to be the second best.
It's as far as you can go.
where someone else has trod. That is a legally distinct note.
Yeah, he did that on
I like
purpose,
that.
folks.
Yeah, so
It looks cute.
It does.
Looks fine.
It's simple.
Right.
Just kind of walk over things.
It's the kind of thing I would play if it was here right now. I'd be like, sure, I'll take a chance on it.
Would you finish the show first? Or would you just go play it right now?
I'll play the Game Boy game first. Here's what I did not like, okay? And I get that this is Crowdsurfing. You're trying to get a lot of rah going on here, but they kept, I saw it at least once, a couple places where they kept doing this whole, like, Collect is a small game, but the world it's set in is enormous. This is the beginning of something big.
Oh, no.
I'm like, no, maybe not. You know, this
Yeah.
might just be
Right.
the end of something small. This is just a small
that's
little
okay.
square cards
Yeah.
Pokemon ripoff. I'm sorry. It's a Pokemon ripoff. You're not fooling anybody. You know what I mean? So I just find that's a little weird. The whole, no, not even like a nudge or nothing.
Yeah.
Just being like,
right.
the start of something enormous. This world that we discovered?
They
Right.
even call it Aethermon, too. Aethermon.
Right. It does kind of feel like that little bit of
Come on,
like.
guys.
Mike
No.
in the
Oh,
chat.
Mike is on
What is
fire. Yeah.
Mike doing?
I really like peek at you.
Very top.
Peek at
you.
Yeah. That's great stuff. Hey.
All right. So, yep, we're going to move on to Betwixt and Between, the Fairy Queen's Whim
Expansion, right?
expansion. Yes.
Has anybody played this
Interesting.
game?
No.
No.
I have
It's
not.
interesting artwork. I don't know.
It is interesting artwork. I've seen that cover somewhere, but I've never played the game either.
I haven't either.
I do
It's
feel
it's another square cards game.
Look at that artwork.
What is that? You
It's
know what?
a-
I don't know.
It's a rooster bloom.
I was gonna say
It's a
two other
fire
words,
rooster.
but
Yeah,
the first one was fire. Whatever. Anyway, so this game here. Get that right, man.
Okay, I got
Said nothing. I said nothing. Anyway, this one is another game with little square cards that you're kind of collecting. You move them around, you make a pattern,
some of
you
these cards, though.
fulfill certain, like that one right there. That pattern you're trying to, you put these little pebbles on spots on the board, and then you're like, oh great, I need a blue in every corner and a yellow in the middle, or whatever.
right.
That. It's another one of those. Make a pattern and fulfill the thing. Cool.
That one. I thought that alligator was breathing fire, but it's the hair of the girl that's not being eaten, but she's
Wait,
next
what?
to it.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
I just
oh,
realized
it
the
is.
Yes.
hair is behind it. I thought the hair was somehow going through like the
No,
lower
it's-
jaw and coming out the mouth.
I thought that was like a particularly large scrunchie.
Like,
Ooh.
what is it
If
made
we
of?
only had one of
perchance?
those.
Like I don't know, maybe like made out of Kevlar, or
Kevlar
something.
scrunchie.
Yeah, those
say.
don't exist, see?
Look at that. That I
Don't
don't
make things
understand
up.
this. Oh, photos.
Ruby-eyed harrigator.
Irrigator.
Some more down
Collect
there.
them all.
Yeah, I do feel like I've seen
That
this
cover is
before.
very nice. I do
Yeah.
like that image.
It's pretty
The
artwork.
gameplay, I'm not feeling. I'm really not feeling. It seems very abstract, very like ooh ah, but like a shapeless puzzle. Also,
Yeah.
Kind of there with you, yeah.
Yeah.
that's
All right.
kind of where I'm at.
Lucky Cat.
Did you watch the video for this one?
I did.
No, I did not. Is my sound off? Yes.
Even watching it with the sound off, this was one of my best experiences this whole week.
Oh, wow.
wow, that's
I'm
sad.
sorry.
It's been a rough week, but thank you.
Okay. Yeah, my
This is-
condolences.
The kingdom was once prosperous, but it was ruled by an evil king.
Who only loved one thing?
Science.
Science. You have anything?
No magic, only science. So he takes down the lucky cat statues.
Wow.
I know.
This took a turn.
And now their shops
getting
suffer.
dark.
Yeah.
This is like
And so you
invincible
roll
level.
chunky dice. Is that how-
Chunky dice.
Chunky dice.
And then you flip
Oh,
these over
that's a good
again.
animation
Here's
right
where
there.
this lost me a little bit, okay? And I think it's in the video. So basically, you can bribe the king right here. If you want to re-roll, bribe the king.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so far I'm good. I'm with you. Okay, if someone else
Mm-hmm.
rolls too well, though, bribe the king and make them re-roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
No.
Nope.
Not what?
I know that that's
Hide your money.
technically kind of sort of the same thing.
The government.
Hide your money from the government, yeah.
This video has so many twists. But yeah, I agree with you, man.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, sure, pay to re-roll, cool. And then, but I'm watching when you're rolling, like, oh, you got a good roll? Dump it.
That's exactly what you needed.
I hate
know
that, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. That's enraging.
Don't do that. If somebody gets a lucky roll, celebrate for them, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta thank them for having such a good roll and keeping the government at bay.
This
All
is
right. Ooh, oh gosh, I bet that
we
house
s-
stinks.
still top of the
What do you
game.
mean?
Or?
But that stinks.
Look at it.
Thanks.
Stinks. It's got raw salmon on top.
A lot of stop
It'll
motion
eventually
animation.
be cooked salmon.
The size of the halibut that must have come from.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Well,
It's a bummer that
this-
this game doesn't sound that good. It sounds
it's-
maybe like it's fine.
I like a handful of dice to roll, but yeah, it lost me on a couple of those rules.
This is one of the better looking games this week.
It does.
yeah,
I think it looks great. And that
it is
video
potentially a pick of the week.
legitimately cracked me up.
Oh, I love the fact that that cat is the one that I kind of moves his hands and stuff.
Lucky
yeah.
cat,
Yeah,
yeah,
lucky
yeah.
cat. I love. I
Yes.
mean, it looks cute, but
Oh my gosh! Look at the ramen shop. I love it.
I know.
And the
and that,
steam bun.
There's
shop.
some cute
Okay.
artwork in this, yeah.
yeah,
pretty
and that's where
cute.
you perform your tax evasion. You hide the coins from the government in your houses. I'm not making this up. That's a rule of the game.
Oh.
in the ramen house specifically.
Yeah, everyone gets their own house.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Camille
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
in the stanky fish house. You live
I
in
ain't
the
living in
ramen
that
house.
stanky.
I'll get that
fish house.
steam.
The steam bun.
Little
one? That
demon,
might
go
be
back
good.
up. There's-
What?
Yeah.
Little demon.
Lil demon.
Little demon.
Lil demon.
Little demon.
Wow, walking down the street.
Little
Man, guys, we're
demon.
gonna get copyrighted
Ain't gonna
today.
pay
All
taxes
right.
to me.
Alphabet,
Stoop.
Oh, I
Yes.
get it. It's like
Do you?
alphabet soup,
but stoop.
but it's
that's-
on the stoop of like a house.
Best
See,
part
you
is
got
they
it, you got it,
allow you
good.
to spell that word in this game.
The word alphabet, I doubt it.
Plural of stoop. Stoops.
Stop.
No, it's.
So this one looks. Actually, I was captivated
It
by
looks-
the look of the bits here and the graphic design. So I
Sounds
saw they had
interesting.
done other things. So I clicked on it. And I'm like, oh, these are the guys who did Cultivate. That seems to be a minor hit right now, and that Channel One.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they have a very
Wow, they have a
consistent
style.
look.
They do.
Yeah.
You know, they're very stylized. They're really cool looking games. That Cultivate. I mean, I keep seeing it everywhere. It was a Gen Con. It seems
Oh,
to
I've not
have
seen it.
gotten some traction.
Looks cute.
Yeah.
Channel 1 was also there. I saw it there. That one that one didn't appeal to me as much. And the new one seems interesting. I'm not a big word game fan, but it looks interesting enough. You know, I could see it being a fun little manipulation, game if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, it seems cute. I like the idea of it's like Scrabble with, I don't know, everybody trying to block things. I don't know. It seems interesting.
You have sort of like
Packages.
traversal, Scrabble with
Nine big
with movement and
Right.
traversal. You know
And you
what
have
I
to
mean?
add a letter and keep spelling something, and
Then you drop off a package.
yeah.
Stamped stoops.
Yeah, like the idea of it's really clever. Actually, I
is.
like that it's obviously completely abstracted, but like the theme that they went with, it works with it. I'm kind of digging what I'm seeing from this.
Yeah.
That's a cute look. All right. Fool's Blade, a sword crafting monster slaying card game.
Now this
Epic.
is making $500,000.
Right.
Because of that box, probably.
I think because of it must be based on something. At the top, it does say cartoon HDs on the image.
65. Oh, on the image.
What is it?
Cartoon.
Circle
Tune. Circle Tune HDs.
which I'm guessing is some sort of big online cartoon
That
place that I'm
seems-
not familiar with.
Yeah, something that we don't know about.
I'm guessing that's how they're making them half
I
a
think so,
million
too.
dollars. Because the gameplay doesn't really look very appealing.
Or unique.
It's got that
Yeah.
same artwork that you see online, though, in cartoon,
Right.
you know, online cartoons quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that look. It's like one of those things where you're like, got it, online cartoon. It kind of screams that.
It does, and it's got. I mean, apparently it's got a following when they started, which is why
Sure,
people there.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
Right here
A
it
lot of
says,
backstab.
if they can see this here, my name is Christian. Many know me as SCORKL. I make the best, worst MS Paint cartoons on the internet.
There we go.
So yeah, this is an internet thing that we're not familiar with.
Oh, it's
We're
doing
too
really
old
well.
and uncool.
Too old.
It does have a rock, paper, scissors mechanism. I'm always down for that.
That is one of my least favorite combat mechanisms.
Me
Yes.
too.
I.
So you don't play Fury of Dracula at all?
I've never played it, no.
That has that?
You'd love it. Not really. I mean, people compare
Why'd
it
you
to
bring it up?
It kind of does.
This box right here.
I just know you will never play it if I say yes.
Yeah, that box is mega annoying. Look at that box. How incredibly annoying would that be? Oh,
You think
where
we're
do
trying to
put
store it,
it?
aren't
Like,
you? Yeah, I know. That's what you went to. You're like, where did I store that box?
Oh, I hate it.
That thing
That
is
is true.
cram-packed with cards. I know it's a render, but that thing is cram-packed
Yeah.
with cards. Like, you're not going to be able to pull them out, I don't think. I don't know, yeah, just...
Oh, I like this. Ah.
Now, Katie says Circle Tunes has about 2.5 million subscribers. I guess
There you
Wow.
go. Oh, now
All
we know.
right. Okay.
that's
That
impressive.
is the deal. That's why they're
Okay.
making the money.
For
yeah, it
MS
makes sense.
Paint.
Hey, it makes sense. I get it. I'm just not really vibing with this, but I get it.
Yeah.
Ah, wow.
I also find this kind of humor is going to be very one note. Like once you've seen the card,
Right, that's
the
what.
fourth time you play, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think if you did watch this show, there is some repeat in that humor, even if you already know it. I'm thinking specifically of like the Trogdor board game, which I like those little shout outs on the cards. I've seen them all at this point, but I still giggle every time I play it. And I'm like, oh yeah, the cheat, haha, can do whatever he wants. You know, like there are those little shout outs that I still like.
Yeah, that's true. We were quoting about 10 minutes of Strong Bad before
Yes, we
went
were.
live. And
What
Yeah.
do you mean we?
You
Two
were
people.
you were singing to Rex Danger, but
3 people.
Rex Danger was a much better cartoon back in the 80s.
So good.
don't look it up. Liberte. Did I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Liberte, Broadside, Empires of Steel.
The French and Ottoman fleets fight for freedom.
Yeah.
STL files up the wazoo.
It's like $50 for STL files.
Look at that. You think there's a ship? No, it's an STL file.
Yes, it's
Keep going.
Print yourself.
Keep going. You think those are ships? No. They're French STL files.
French STL
I mean, I think that
files.
this is again one of those products or projects that you know if you're into, if you play these things, it does
Right.
matter that it's done to scale, that it has these little details. It really is a passion for some people,
Yeah.
you know, and so I think that it's
Absolutely, yeah.
it is really cool.
that
And
can,
honestly, if you're this into these kind of games and miniature games, you've probably gotten your own 3D printer. Or not probably, but there are many.
Yeah.
Or know somebody
True.
who have.
Yeah, if you're a big, like, just miniatures gamer, like measuring kind of miniature games, you know, that is a good fit for having a 3D printer. You can 3D print your own terrain and stuff
Yep.
at that
The
point.
terrain, the ships, the armies,
I bet, yeah, I haven't even thought of that, but I bet 3D printers have really changed that hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll tell you, we were at the library taking our daughter there, and somebody had printed out like 6 dungeon tiles. And I wanted to go, I know what you're doing. He just came there just to print out using a library 3D printer.
Right. I mean, that just
Because
shows the
everyone-
Oh, you
accessibility.
can do that?
You can do that. You just pay for filament, and that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
They work on the printers, and they get them working. You just print.
Does Tom know about that?
Really? That's a thing?
that's a
What
thing.
library?
Most of them.
Librarian right down the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Librarian has
Yeah.
one.
Do they also have
Really?
a tent for me to live in while I
They do.
print a life-size Pikachu?
You guys are all going to start backing STL files now, aren't you?
Pikachu.
A chew, okay.
Peek at you.
Enunciate
Peek at
slowly.
Peek at you.
Peek
Trying to
at you.
sneak on by.
Yeah, but no, a lot of libraries have them, and then some towns or cities will even have like hobby store kind of things that you can go to, and they have everything like laser cutters and 3D printers and everything. You go in, you just rent your time on that machine,
That's
so that you don't have to get your own laser printer and stuff like that. So I mean, I think that just again speaks to the accessibility of this. If you're into this,
Yeah.
maybe you've gotten into 3D printing yourself, or you have access to something like that. You know,
no
I mean, this is
batarangs,
pretty
though.
cool.
No
Yeah, no
batarangs.
batarangs. The library won't do batarangs.
Nope. Those are hard to print.
They're copyrighted. You can't do it.
Hideous Abomination, 2nd edition. It's a vial tile laying game.
This one, I'm kind of a sucker for monster building games. I haven't found a good one yet.
Well, here you go. Maybe this is
Right
it.
here.
Maybe?
Okay.
Robots and rot.
Robots and rot.
Just because I think it'd be fun to
This
play
is
with
pretty cute.
kids. I mean, this type
By
of thing
kids,
looks
do you
really
mean
cute.
me? Because I would play this.
Right?
Yeah.
So
like-
he did mean
He's
that.
so
okay.
nasty. He
cute.
did mean that. I thought he meant that.
I guess he meant that.
It's a
Yeah.
compliment. It was a compliment, right?
It was a compliment.
Thank you, Julie.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it looks cute. It's a kid's type of game, I think. The
Like
adults
to-
like it too, I saw from the video.
Oh my
I
gosh.
watched the video.
Meaning unique combinations and objects that are very different every game. 15 to 30 minutes. I do like that, and looking like this kind of light.
4 to 9? No, 2 to 4 players. Okay, I was like, wow. Okay.
2 to 6.
Oh, the 2 to 6?
You went from 4 to 9 to 2 to 9.
I'm just throwing numbers out, and you just tell me when I'm right.
All right.
Wow, look at that one. Yeah.
Ha, that guy's having a bad day.
I got
That's
caught in his
face down
boxes.
there.
That's very unfortunate.
Oh, poor Steven. Which one is Steven? Is this Steven?
Oh, no, Steven's
is
got to
this
be on the
Steven?
list. That's Steven.
This is Steven?
Yeah.
Very important question here.
Yeah.
Hideous
there's-
monsters.
Huh.
All right.
I think there's a print and play of this, right? No, there's not, I don't think.
Marrakesh, Camels and Nomads.
Has anybody played?
No.
No, I went to go pull one of the City Collection games off.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, whichever one was Bruges, but
So
new,
dumb.
right? Every card in Bruges that has the text on it had like had symbology on the bottom, had symbols, and I almost threw it away. Like Tom's copy, I almost threw it in the garbage. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want 200 unique cards with symbology on the bottom instead of
They
text.
did not just write out what it does.
No, you can buy those cards on the Queen website for $20 though.
Wait, what? Why? The
Wow.
cards with the text just didn't come in the box.
No.
They did one printing that was sort of like language independent, but if you want English, if you want IE to make it playable, you got to buy the cards on their own? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
So
that
my-
being
Not,
said,
yeah.
Perry's saying this is good. No one's played it then? This one?
I have not played Marrakesh. It's a Stefan Feld. I tend to like Feld games more than not. You know what I mean? He's a net positive for me.
a lot of people, like several people, have actually recommended this one recently.
Okay.
Right. 'cause
That's
I
pretty.
couldn't get over
wow,
the other
that's
three.
a lot.
Now I
That
think
is a lot of bits.
Oh my.
that is the smaller board version of it. That's the
Oh.
Essential Edition that they kickstarted about 3 months back.
Wait, that's
This
a
one
smaller
here?
board version?
Yeah, that's the one that doesn't come in the giant coffin box like what we have. It comes in
Right.
like the regular.
That's a small one. That's their tiny epic.
Wow.
Not that small, okay?
And then we have extra modules. For
I like
it.
the look of this one. Again, like I said, it looks like a big Feld game. This makes me think of like Trajan, which is not one of
Okay.
my favorites from him. I tend
Yeah.
to like his smaller designs. But I could be convinced to try it. And again, another expansion. Queen really churns out stuff, though.
Yes.
They
They
really,
do.
really do.
Yeah. I mean, this one has 6 expansions in it. Or 6 modules in it. I'm sorry, 6 modules in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
New in this too, or is this just?
Whoa. Wow, it's coming out in like 2 months.
Well, this is all done. Queen's
Yeah,
games,
okay.
whenever
They
they're on
always
Kickstarter,
are.
they're already done.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Mike.
Huh.
Mike in the comments said, "I wonder how much milk is left in this cash cow." This thing is making like 150,000
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's a lot
What
of
is it?
milk.
Sorry, gonna make y'all sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's a lot of money.
Well, not quite 150.
Yeah, let's
Right.
not be.
Yeah, come on, don't
calm down.
And like you said, at this point, it's basically a pre-order. Pick up at
It
Essen.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
It
Which
is.
is good and bad, I guess. Yeah.
Right. So I'll get around. I do want to try it.
I would try it. I tend to like, I know generally speaking, Queen sort of gets some pushback for very blatantly using Kickstarter as a pre-order system.
Right.
Doing a lot of sort of going back to the well. They do that a lot. They're like, first edition. 2 months later, they're like, second edition. Almost like the first one. There's 2 extra tiles. You want the extra tiles? It's like, you know, they're a little... Wow. They do that a little bit. I get that. But I do like some Queen games quite a bit.
I do.
And I tend to like their look, and I tend to like their rule books.
And I will say that of all of the Queen campaigns we've looked at in the last like 2 years, this one looks fine.
Yeah.
This one doesn't look as like just money grubby.
Right, I mean,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
new,
yeah, yeah.
right? It is at least giving something
Yeah.
new. Yeah. All right. Fighting Fantasy Adventures, The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, and Other Stories.
Other stories.
So this is an interesting
This
thing.
is.
Yeah.
Martin Wallace, well-known designer, designed a card game based on old stories
Yes.
from, like, who was it?
Steve
this is
Jackson
like-
and Ian Livingstone's.
Yeah, it's Steve Jackson stories, I guess. Beloved solo adventure books, which I did not know. Do you guys know those fighting fantasy adventure games?
Oh, they're beloved story adventure books that I know nothing about.
Yeah, no, I don't
think
know
I
of
know
them.
But by
Joey,
the-
you're older. Do you know
No,
these?
the covers look really good. Makes me want to read them though. When you
Yeah.
go and look at the cover, they're really.
They look nostalgic. They make
They
me feel
do.
nostalgic even without having any nostalgia
Oh,
for
They
it.
look like
that's a
those
good
old
way to
D&D
say.
magazines I never got, but I see now. You know.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
it's-
this card game kind of puts me in that same headspace where I'm like,
Right.
ooh, I feel nostalgia looking at this card game, even though I know nothing
Right,
about
exactly,
it,
yeah.
and don't have any nostalgia for this old crap. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But I kind of want to mess with it. The Forest of Doom, come on.
I do too.
Death Trap Dungeon.
Death Trap Dungeon.
You
Oh,
like?
You like-
The chat's making a good point. To clarify, I believe that this is UK Steve Jackson, not.
I was
Yeah.
wondering about that. I was like Munchkin Steve Jackson? No, we're different, right?
Yeah.
I thought the
Okay.
same thing.
I
It
was
took
like,
me a while to
oh.
get there. I'm
Didn't
like,
know- yeah.
oh.
Yeah, there were
Okay.
two, and they both actually were very important in the gaming industry. I think they overlapped. I don't know if UK Steve Jackson is still with us and doing stuff. I'm not sure, but
That's a
Yeah.
cool animation.
Right there.
Yeah. Right?
I
It's
agree.
pretty cool. No, I think this looks really neat. It kind of reminds me of like the Choose Your Own Adventure games. You know that they did,
Yeah.
where you're going to work through some stories, and in this one, as you come across different, see if you can find different monsters and stuff. You're setting
that-
yourself out on a board with a little bit of
Those are
combat. It
pretty.
seems like a very light game, but it doesn't seem like it's about the game. It's about the experience and the cards and living the story instead of just reading it. I think that's really interesting.
And like, go back up there for a little bit. Like that card right there. In any other game, that image, I'd be like, oof, that looks
Yeah.
old. In this one, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is nostalgic.
Right.
Yep.
I
They're
agree.
doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like the shield with a face in it, and the guy, like, it's very nostalgic. It's like old D&D style.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And up above that, even the little card with the story. I could see myself getting into this. You read the
I
little
could
story, then
too.
at the back, at the bottom, it's like, flip this card over. Yeah,
yeah.
sure. This is like a little delivery system for these kinds of stories. I'm in.
The price
Right.
turned me off a little bit. I think it's like 60 per like episode.
Oh, I'm
or
out.
whatever,
Forget
right?
Is
this
it really
noise,
per
okay?
Oh.
No. Take your old garbage and go. Wrong, Steve Jackson.
$1. 35 for the
Okay, they're
treasure
35. So maybe
chest.
35 each.
35 each?
They had a
I'm
60s
back
at
in,
the.
baby. These are fantastic.
Minotaur's
Nostalgia
head.
me up.
Huh. I don't know. I think
I
it's
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
Yeah,
It,
no,
it looks interesting.
and Martin Wallace has proven himself a very diverse designer as well.
Yeah.
So, like for a long time, he's the train guy or whatever, right? But then when he came out with Wildlands and some of the stuff that he's done recently, that he's just kind of going different places. Like this is really cool to see that this is another place he's going.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is kind of speaking to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. All right.
We'll go in on
How
it.
about Reign Absolute?
Umbrious edition.
Umbriels.
Straight Umbrious.
And the art style to start with on this one is so stark. It's just that straight black and white.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like looking at like a black metal band
I
T-shirt.
like it. Okay, I don't know if you're saying this positive or negatively, but I like
I'm
it.
just kind of saying it,
Okay.
I think, right? Like, I think that from the usability standpoint, you flip over these cards, you look at the information on them, it probably would be more functional with color, just to have those visual shortcuts and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're going for this. This is very intentional.
I again like the black and white, like Escape the Dark Castle, Escape the Dark Sector, that type of stuff. Because again, it's nostalgia that books I never
Or like
really
this
read.
little accent. I like the little accents of red. It's just very minimalistic.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
You know, I think that looks really cool. Just
Agreed.
Gameplay looks interesting, simple, but I don't know. It's like,
Again,
okay,
it's like another one of those. I'm kind of sick of square cards this week.
it's a print and
Oh,
play
yeah, yeah.
version, so I'm like, okay,
that. So you've already backed it.
almost.
The print and play, you should do it.
I should.
It's already comes in low ink
I just
mode.
want
You know what I mean?
Let's print
They
with
can't give you
library.
another low ink.
That's
Like
true.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's
as
the
black
lowest
and
ink
white
one
as it
edition.
gets.
possible.
That is interesting that it's $5 or $15 for the actual, like, they print it for you.
Right.
It's interesting that they have the print and play when the game is already so cheap.
That is weird. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You
Do they
know?
just print on like printer paper, you think? Or is it cardstock?
Hey, that's a good point. What's your time worth? You're going to look at that.
Well, you don't have to cut the cards.
Yeah.
Not having to cut the cards is worth $10 alone.
Guess
I
that's
agree.
True. That's
Fair,
probably
yeah.
true.
And,
This
like,
looks
round
all
edges.
right, you know, and then this, again, I think it's funny when you have a little $15 game and then they're like, or you can add play mats and posters and make it a
Right.
$75 investment.
But even in that $75, it's still like the print and play undead faction. Like your factions are still print and play on this play mat.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Okay.
Yeah, I thought
feel-
that was interesting.
Gonna feel
But the
great with
epic
my
one.
A441 Silverline paper
Right.
sliding
Yeah.
across that playmat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice. I think that they are giving multiple different options of the way to get it.
Right.
This one looks all right. Again, I think the page is pretty well done and striking.
Yeah.
I like the look of it.
RIZE Memory Challenge.
This one.
Did you ever want to play Uno? I love that it actually calls that out, right? It actually says it's a lot like Uno, but twist, you have to memorize your cards. You look at them, play them down, and have to play Uno by memory, as of course you are drawing cards and more.
This is great.
No.
This is a move. This is a baller move, I believe the kids call it.
I feel like I've watched this little GIF here probably 15 times. And
Oh,
as
I
soon
did-
as he puts them down, I'm like, I don't know. I think there was maybe a red.
See, that's the
mix
thing.
somewhere.
Because at first I thought he was matching colors. I'm like, well, wait, he didn't do that. Then you realize there's shapes, numbers, and colors. So it's
Yep.
like, okay.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. Because he's putting them on, like, well, he just messed up. Nope, he did it right.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't get it.
this is a solo game.
This seems like the kind of game that you start with 2 cards in hand, and you work up to 3, then you work up to 4.
Yeah.
Like, it just the thought of having 7 of them face down and being like, red triangle 7, blue cross sign 8.
What kind of word palace do you have to get all of these?
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
I'm telling you.
7 cards with 3 features to remember.
I would
No.
play this
Oof.
one kind of to laugh at how bad I am. Like, I would sit
Yeah.
Mike
That's
down.
the thing. Yeah.
I would sit down with
Mike
Delicio
down
because I know that
to
he would hate this.
Oh, yeah.
And we would just kind of like chuckle, you know what I mean?
Right. This would be one of those games that's that fun experience because you're both so terrible and you're like, okay, well, I enjoyed playing that with you. Do you enjoy the game? No, absolutely not. But I enjoyed that one time I played it
Yes.
with that
I-
one person and did terribly.
I wouldn't even play this just for the laughs. No way. This
Would
looks
you watch?
terrible.
Oh, you
No,
would
this
play
Mike
is
and
dumb.
Chris
This
play
looks
this game.
terrible, guys. It's memory,
looks
but
so
they're
bad.
selling
I
it
know.
like it's no longer for children.
I know.
I don't get that. He's like they make the box look cool. They call it Rise. and suddenly it's supposed to be like a game that adults are supposed to play. This is basically memory. Like, you know,
Yeah.
bargain bin discount store memory. Basically, you know what I mean? Are you crazy? No, no. I'm opposed to this in every way possible.
Wow. $24 too.
That was what I'm like.
That's
oof.
also crazy. $24. That's
No.
like,
Yes.
I was expecting this to be
You want
like,
$24? Give me like a
$12.99.
Finding Nemo theme on this or something.
Gotta get a license. Yeah, I don't know.
That
Oof.
would be easy to memorize though, like 7 Nemo,
Thank you.
4 Stingray.
Right.
Yeah, not
Fish
triangle.
are
Yeah.
not food. The friends.
Oh my gosh.
Dropping gang signs with that. I love it.
Oh.
How about
Yeah.
Ascendancy? Ultimate 4X fantasy meets worker placement. It's making 330
It is
This
making
one hit big.
big.
This is a
That's
good
cool.
for a
game.
first created. It's a good game.
This is a good game.
You played it?
I have. We played that
Oh.
live here. Tom and the designers here, and it was. There was one thing. This right here, I thought when you're learning it, I thought there's too much going on because there's a lot.
Okay.
But it flows really well. He had one mechanic I would never ever use, and that was the trader. I don't know who else played that. There was a 4th person playing it with us.
I think it might have been Mike.
It might have been Mike.
Mike or
Was that-
Rod.
Micro, yeah, it might have been Micro
It
Rod.
might have been Rod, actually.
So it was
Yeah.
It wasn't
not me.
us.
But
yeah.
the trader was so confusing where we all thought we were on the other side, and it was very confusing. I would never play
Did
with that.
everybody think that, or was it just you? Like,
No,
I'm
everybody
not
did.
trying to be mean.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that one everybody thought. But I like the game because you can, I mean, the upgrade of the characters, although it's 4X, it seems it's pretty smooth. And it's campaign. I like it. He does do a lot in this. It's almost a kitchen sink style game, but it's really good.
Is it like a kitchen sink that works, though?
It does
That's what
work.
you're saying? You feel
It
like?
does work.
Tom wasn't able to be here today, right? So he told me, he was like, "Yeah, you can tell him my thoughts on it were really impressive, solid fun." But his only concern is just that it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like, it's a lot to take in and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have the live play, so you can go reference that
Mm-hmm.
if you're like, hey, how do I even start figuring out where to start with this? It looks impressive though. It's a well-made page.
And the artwork is great on this, too.
Yeah.
So
really like the
he did it
minis.
right. Yeah, the minis look good. Everything kind of coalesces together, and you have champions on each kind of family or house, and you can pull people's champions to you, which is funny to get to it first and grab somebody. So there's a lot going on, but it tends to work.
I mean,
Yeah.
even looking at one card, you know what I mean?
That's
you're
the
just like, wow,
other
there's like
thing.
6 different things going on in here. So if that's all decipherable, that's cool.
Right.
Even if it looks intimidating.
Oh, it has a
but I
tech
don't know.
tree? I do like tech trees.
Yeah.
Tech trees are so cool.
They are. What's the price on it? It's all in is
197 starts at starts at 97.
That's not bad.
It's not bad for what you get for
That's
it.
about
the
right.
thing.
For a big
Right?
game like
Yeah.
this, yeah.
Right.
It was that we were kind of like, wow, is that it when he tells the price?
I also have to say, like, that's actually not as big of a jump as I was expecting for it to
No.
go to the minis version.
No, I mean,
You know,
all in is
like
okay.
97 to 157, like core
to
to minis,
yeah.
I think, or deluxe. I think that's a pretty reasonable jump, I would say.
Yeah,
You know, I
I
think.
agree.
I still think it's a
Right.
lot. Don't get me wrong. Don't you know?
It's a lot.
Right.
But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
that's-
cool. All right, Crumbs, a sandwich filler game.
This is it.
Yum.
This is what I'm talking about.
All right,
This
Z,
game
take it away.
looks like straight up the best thing since sliced bread.
I agree.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
This is straight toast. I don't know where I'm going with this. This looks pretty cute. It's, I guess, a 1-player or 2-player, right, game in which you have these cards that look like stuff in a sandwich, and you are arranging them. I guess it looks like a little puzzly style game. Honestly, after looking at a lot of the artwork in some of the previous ones, the last one looked good, but a lot of the previous ones just kind of, the artwork wasn't there for me.
Right.
When
This
I
one
got
grabbed
to
you?
this one and I saw the look of these cards, just that graphic design, I was immediately like, oh, I like those bold edge-to-edge
Yeah.
And that is
simplistic
true.
images. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Mm-hmm. I like that look a lot. I mean, and when you stack the little cards there, I know it's an animation, but that looks neat.
It does. It looks so
Putting
cool.
like the bread, the stuff in it, then you flip over the top one to be toasted or whatever. That's so neat. I really like the look of this. I would mess with this if this deck of cards was in front of me right now. I'd be like, okay, let me mess with this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's cool. And I really like order fulfillment, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I
as
do
well.
too. I really do. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is a 1 or 2 player or cooperative. That's interesting.
I think it's 2-player cooperative, or is there a 2-player competitive mode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a big sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
if the-
think
is
you
there-
work together, right? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So
that.
it's not okay. It's not 1 or competitive or cooperative. Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's solo,
Okay.
which is functionally co-op, or co-op, right?
Okay.
So
Got it.
I like that, right? It has an identity. It knows what it is. It's not trying to be 7 things. No, it's a little micro game that looks so sharp and looks fun. I don't like
Print
the
play.
two. Some of the cards are two-sided,
Yeah.
which look like the recipes to fulfill or an ingredient. Like it's doing a lot with just some small little deck of cards. I like that.
Yeah. I think this is cool too.
Yeah,
Once
too.
again, we see that jump. Just $7 more
From
to
the-
go to the production copy.
True.
Print and play there if you want it here, or jump in for
No.
still a low price point.
It's actually
So,
7 L's.
What is that custom order? Is that like a little avatar?
A named customer
Oh,
with
okay.
a custom illustration.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
When you look at the who's behind the scene, who's part of the project, you see the little avatars of the people and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't recognize that name, Rory Muldoon.
You want me to look it up?
Is that Rory's Story Cube, Rory Muldoon?
Is that who that is?
Am I okay to Google this?
Is it?
Yeah. Muldoon is also
You
the
missed
name of
the
the
last-
hunter guy from Jurassic Park.
Board Game Designers. Go to Board Game Designer there.
Voyages. I think.
That name just sounded familiar to me.
It's a Story Cube guy being
13.
pressed.
So they work with
Very lateral jump.
Postmark Games there, the print and plays,
Okay.
Aquamarine, Waypoints, Voyages.
Okay, so I think I have
Okay.
Aquamarine, yeah. Oh, I see.
So-
Oh, he's co-founder with Matthew Dunstan.
Okay, well, that's why the carts look so clean, because this person's graphic design is very much to my liking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. It's clean, but not just plain. It's very simple and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind
I
of,
agree.
yes, it's sort of minimalistic. You can tell what it is in a very minimalistic way.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, very cool. Small City. Deluxe.
So this is an Alban Vian game who did, the one I played is Clinic of his.
Oh, yeah.
He
Okay.
makes thinky games. Like a lot of people will kind of say same realm as Lacerda games, right? Usually very thinky. Clinic is very, I try not to, I'm not,
Say it,
I'm not,
clinical.
it's cynical is what it is. And I hate sounding like I'm like a wannabe rapper when I'm like, Clinic is very cynical. But anyway, so he puts a little bit of humor behind it, but also a lot of theme into it. So the Small City one is interesting. I know it's an existing game. It looks like it's the deluxe edition with expansions and stuff. I'm very much looking into this one now.
Okay.
Because of this Conche Moria artwork.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I do like that,
I
yeah.
think I've played this many, many years ago. That edition that was up a screen or two with the big letters. That
That one?
printing of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
I've played that a long time ago. I don't remember it very well. I know it's an incredibly heavy thinking game. This is not my kind of thing traditionally, but I
Right.
know his designs tend to be, again, sort of from a Eurogame standpoint, unassailable designs, They're very thinky, very clean.
Right.
Not in a minimalistic way, but just sort of again, unassailable kind of way.
Yeah.
So if you like that, if you are a Eurogame through and through, these are, a good way to sort of test your mettle.
Kind of like what you said earlier, clinical, right? They're
Yeah.
not they're not rambunctious, fun moments of excitement. It's very much like, I will put this car over here because then it will increase the flow of the rooms over here. So then I can take this action that will. It's very thinky.
Yeah.
But I could see why also it would bore many people to tears. But then there's that group of people that are like, yes, give me the hard decisions.
Right.
And when did I enjoyed Clinic? But I didn't love it, but enjoyed it quite a bit. So I don't know. I'm curious about this one.
Yeah, this is a proven one.
cover.
Again, it's been around for a while, Small City.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I think that's it for the game projects.
Okay.
We have some
okay.
fun ones for this week.
Okay, I'm so excited.
SCORKL. No, there's no watches.
Seriously? You don't have to
You
watch
never
them?
sent it to me. Also, I might have deleted it if you did. SCORKL 2.0 Electric.
Boogaloo.
I was waiting for it.
What?
Just look up the watch.
SCORKL
Seriously, you gotta look up the
2
watch.
Electric Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Forget it.
It's a sequel joke. It's
Terrible.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay, I don't get it.
Fine.
So SCORKL here is basically a bottle filled with air that you put in your mouth and then you dive with it, but while it's not attached to you in any way.
You're
Safe.
biting it and holding it.
You're biting it and holding it in your mouth
Yes.
Yeah.
while there's a bottle that dangles from your face, and you're just out there with a selfie stick or
pogo
whatever.
The pogo stick. Let's see.
It's just weird. I really thought this was kind of strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did expect it to have something that would, like a support on the head. Like
I
a strap you
know.
put around or something.
At the very least, tied to my neck, so when it flops out of my mouth, I'm like, in my panic, I can grab it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's...
Right, it does
Oh,
definitely.
could you
Weird.
imagine dropping that?
Yes, I can. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
You had nightmares.
You've just
Very
created
much
this.
imagine that. That's
I didn't
exactly
even think of
my
that when I
point.
saw it. That's horrible.
It's the only thing I thought of the whole time I'm watching these people dive with this. I'm like,
Yeah.
what if you drop it?
And again, that seems like it'd be a
Oh.
lot of pressure on that connection right there as well.
On
you
your
know,
teeth?
if your mouth is holding this, I know the water's going to support it, so it's not going to. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot on that little bitty spot
Tank
to
face.
not break or.
So that animation there, clearly the lady's holding it in her hands, but you know that they're going to get like 10 lawsuits of people who dive in the water with it already in their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll
Yep.
be defunct by then.
Oh, also,
That's fair.
the end of the video says
They're gonna sue.
go completely off the grid,
Oh, I love that.
and then
What is
later it's
that?
like 10 minutes of air supply.
Right. For 10 minutes. Yeah.
Look, I could go off the
Yeah.
grid for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Anywhere.
Okay, that's another thing. Like, how do you know if you're scuba diving? You know, you have gauges and pressures, and like you're watching these different these things go down. You're kind of looking at your air, managing
Yeah.
it, and things like this. This year, you have 10 minutes of air.
It's very easy. You go,
last
you
year-
go like this. Okay? That's
Oh,
how you
my
do
bad.
it.
All right, I'm good now. Fine.
Back in.
Now I understand. I'm back in right there.
It's a reed right on top of it, which
Yeah.
is basically here. You know, I'm like, it's so tough.
You're like,
This
Right.
is just,
And
I
look
did
at
not feel safe. Like if somebody was like, here, you want to snorkel instead of snorkeling?
Right.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, look at that.
Give
As
me a
he's like,
snorkel and I won't dive below the surface.
as
I'm
he's
good.
moving, it's like hitting her
This
chest
is-
and like coming up. And I'm like, oh.
I'm going to fill my water bottle with air,
Yeah.
and then I'll feel safer with it. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, I'll just get a sip.
This is like
the air.
the snuba. You seen the snuba, where it's just the tube that you go down from the top. So you have a snorkel, but it's scuba, and you can go down like 50 feet. And I'm like,
There's just
No,
it's
'cause there's
attached
that
to a
one
floating,
person
it's
that
right?
attached
Just
to a
like,
floating thing. I'm like, so you're trusting the guy up
No,
there.
not to
For
And
your
I'd be
air.
like,
Yeah.
I would hate you.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's scary.
no.
That's too scary
It's-
for me.
I don't trust people that much.
Oh,
No.
I've got trust
Oh.
issues.
Refuse to hook this up to
I
my car
definitely have.
battery.
Right, and then put it in my mouth. No.
Clean your hull. What's he? Torpedo?
He was cleaning the bottom
Oh,
of the
Your
he
boat.
got a
hull.
rope around. What's
Okay.
he? That? Oh,
He's cleaning the bottom of the boat, Joey.
yeah. But then what else is there?
That's the
That's
bottom of the
the
boat,
boat.
Joey.
That is,
So
the propeller I
boats have-
recognized. I thought he had a torpedo. He's like, I'm about to shoot this.
Yeah, he's preparing a torpedo, yes.
All right. Well, the
Use
next
my
one is
seals.
my runner-up for pick of the week here. The Kevlar Tactical Scrunchie.
Who could have known?
Oh man.
I thought it was just a
Here we
joke
go.
when I said it.
No.
100%
Tactical.
Kevlar.
Gotta
I'm
have
about to
Kevlar.
shoot you in the ponytail, but wait. It's like. She survived. She must be superhuman.
Or maybe you could use it to fry an egg. Don't they put Kevlar on the inside of some
They
frying
do,
pans too?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be good.
Oh.
Wait, that's Teflon.
I think they do Kevlar on.
don't-
They do Kevlar in there too.
I've
you
never
shoot
heard
your
of
eggs-
it.
Here, should I
Fry
Google
pan.
that?
I
I'm about
thought they
to
did
crack this
Kevlar.
egg.
Kevlar frying pan. Is
What's
that
that
I
loud
thought that
noise?
was a thing.
Z's cooking breakfast.
carbon steel?
Look it up, please.
No.
No?
No.
I really thought there were Kevlar frying pans. Okay. I know Teflon, yeah, the non-stick stuff, but
Is that what Rapunzel had?
Rapunzel's got a Teflon
Yeah, Rapunzel
one.
had it. Okay, I'm
Kevlar.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, I love this image right here of like somebody literally stabbing two scrunchies. Their own
where's the-
I hate
was it?
scrunchies.
and then like
Yeah.
a regular scrunchie. Why? Like, what are the odds you need to like avoid getting stabbed
In
and
the
they'll hit
scrunchie.
you in the scrunchie?
I hate when I'm
Ponytail.
stabbed in the scrunchie. Ruins
Yeah.
my
And you
day.
have you can put it in your hand and I guess punch with it.
Finger hole.
no,
So
no.
confused.
I'd love to see like a Street Fighter matchup. Someone who like dodges with their head.
Right.
They're like, yeah, you'll never punch
Yeah,
my
yeah.
body. I got my head in the way.
This is so bizarre, guys.
I mean, okay, I will say this pocket is kind of interesting, like if I'm
put
going
your
out
pills
for a
in?
run or a walk or something like that, and to put the house key in, because I hate tying it to my shoelaces and be like, oh, hope that doesn't fall off. You know, I like that, but I don't need a Kevlar one for that. I don't know.
No, that's.
I also love that it's the size of a child's head.
Wow. That is a monstrous scrunchie.
Also, is it heavy? Is it going to be like particularly heavy?
Yeah, like
Weighs about as much as a frying pan, I
yeah.
think.
Because that's going to give you a massive headache. You
That
have
would
this
give me
thing
a
like
huge
yanking on
headache.
the back of your head.
See
all the
how
time.
people walk around
This
like
just seems like a bad idea. I don't get it. You are looking for a problem to solve that doesn't exist,
Oh
Scrunchie.
my gosh. I don't need a scrunchie
would-
to double as brass knuckles, as Pips in Space put it.
He's got his Kevlar
no.
scrunchie too? Well, is this making a lot?
making it up.
It is funded. Hold on, I'm gonna make you dizzy here. 32,000.
This is insane.
There's 660 people that are excited about this.
Can we figure out a way to like come
Scrunchy
up with
punchy.
something and do this? Let's do
Kevlar
like
frying pans.
no. Let's do like Teflon socks.
Teflon.
Kevlar or Teflon?
Teflon.
Nothing's going to stick to my feet.
You know what I mean? And then we can have slow motion images of like kids jumping in puddles. And then you make Teflon socks. You know
I
what I
like
mean?
it.
You just like go like that, and all the dirt just slides right off of them. I'm telling you, I'll make $32,000
That would be-
today with
that would be
Teflon
good.
socks.
Wow.
Watch for that on Kickstarter, folks.
Fantastic. All right, keeping the trend of useless going.
I
Cubic
like this.
Planner by Hey.
Hey.
Plan, focus, and achieve.
So this is basically 6 sticky notes in the shape of a cube,
Right.
and you can write on the sides of the cube and then change its facing so that a different sticky note is facing you. This is just a piece of, I don't, it's not paper, but it's like just a
Right.
piece of rubber or whatever. You flatten it, you write on it, then you go whoop, and it, like, I'm assuming magnetically holds up the shape.
Yeah.
And then you can spin it and face whichever thing you want towards you.
Or in the time it takes to do that, you could do those things.
Or hear me out. You could get a Post-it note
Right.
and write it down.
It increases your productivity. Also, it spins, so it's going to decrease your productivity.
Right, as you're like, ooh, which of these? Hold on. I'm
That's
just
just
going to
kind of-
roll my die.
Blown away by this.
This guy likes it.
It says
Whoa.
on the page like one of a kind design, and you're like, yes,
Yes.
because you're the only person who thought that this would be useful.
Right. This is interesting. It comes in PDF.
What?
So you
Print
can
and play?
so you can print, cut, and fold it to give it a try.
And just like that, you pulled me back in.
Joey, when are you starting your series of print and plays that you've never actually printed out? Because this could go on there.
It could. It will. This is fantastic.
We need like a weekly update.
I need this.
How's your progress cube going?
I love that, yeah, every morning you would print this out, write on your tasks, and then spend 30 minutes building it and taping it together.
Well, I think the print and play, to be fair, the print and play is a one-shot thing. The real one, you merely have to erase the day before,
Yes.
Okay.
flop it out,
Yeah.
erase it, write the new things, and then reassemble it. Then figure out the order in which you want to put it on your desk. And just be like, look around while you realize that everyone's reading the 2 things you're not currently working on.
It even says on there, I'm sure,
don't know.
you make the cube and then it says put sticky notes on whichever side because it's no longer dry erase, just your paper.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it
But,
just-
but right there, it is, he's using a pen.
So he's really doing it every time and then have to.
He's using a pen on it. I don't
Yes, he
know.
is.
Order, follow,
I assume those are dry erase.
fold into a cube.
Right?
All right, built-in magnetic feature. So it has to
Right.
complete.
Okay.
marked.
Then you can just cross it off, yes.
All right.
Rearrange for tomorrow.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
I'm
All
good.
right. Okay. Bye. Oh man, sorry I didn't scroll up on all these. Hold on, Dizzy. Woo. There we go.
Oh.
Lepow DualViews.
Pow!
The most flexible dual monitors.
Except,
I agree.
are they? They're just not
Just,
like
you know,
this, like just like this, right?
They have a hinge.
They have
Yeah,
a
they have
hinge.
hinge.
That makes them the most flexible.
The
And they
most
float.
The most hingy.
I also love that they
monitors.
keep saying 2K, 2K. I'm like,
Oof.
why?
I wouldn't. It's like you're so close.
You like really are like pushing that. Every image is like 2K.
Yeah.
Like that's isn't that just like HD is what 1K? Is that right?
I
Yeah.
guess,
So
right?
it's twice as good as that.
Yeah.
Nice, yes, good, but I'm not buying 2K monitors from Lepow.
For $569 though?
I don't care that there's two and you put a hinge between them. This blows my mind.
But you
that
can
this is
throw it
making
and
money.
catch it, though. That's the
This is
thing.
making some decent money.
It is, and I thought it was
I'm just don't.
pretty significant.
I mean, look, unless
Making
I don't
me
know who
dizzy again.
Lepow is, maybe they're a really well-known screen manufacturer, but they're making $500,000.
I mean, this is their first Indiegogo campaign.
This is insane to me. If you need monitors this badly, go get monitors. You know what I mean?
Well, they make fun of monitors here, right? So, oh, you have a terrible 3-screen setup. Sucks to be you. You have to look left to right. With
Right.
ours, you can look up to down.
Up or down.
Mike says Kevlar monitors don't come cheap.
Don't come cheap. Nope.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, this is
And in both examples, they wrote the word bug.
bug.
Do you know that, like, yeah,
Oh.
whether you program up, down, or left, right, you still suck at programming.
You still bug. Crazy how that works. All right. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. This one I don't get. I'm not about to take a chance on tech like this.
Oof. But wait, you can also do it side to side?
Oh.
Hold on, I thought that was bad.
Not if it's just by itself. Then,
Oh, I
then it's
see.
good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's touchscreen,
bad.
too. Ooh.
My bad. All right.
Ooh.
And finally, DOGSPLay. DOGSPLay.
The interactive TV with
Dogs
unlimited pet
play.
media.
Unlimited.
Wow.
This is so good.
This
is so
something.
good. So it's dog flicks, dog music, dog photo, dog
Here we
tube.
are.
Oh no, it's just YouTube, and Netflix. And they
This
I don't
is my
have
favorite.
much
This is my
time
favorite.
left.
This is my favorite right here. It's like you, Sarah McLachlan, right here. I'm like,
I'm dying.
Oh,
Won't you
I'm
please
dying.
get me dog
And
play?
she went to
I
work.
will remember. It's,
Is it like hospice for your dog?
Right.
oh.
Yeah, so all that. And
This
they,
right here. This is
you know,
fantastic. This
dumb
is
it
made for
down.
dogs to view. So we changed the coloration so it looks right to your dogs.
Yep.
Your dog already sees everything in the world the way they see it.
Right.
Yep.
Won't the TV look the same?
Well,
You're going
apparently,
to freak my dog out by showing them something they've never seen before. You know what I mean? The dog is out in the world, and you're going to put on this TV, and suddenly the dog's going to be like, grass is green? So bad! I've been thinking it was blue! Grass is green!
I'll tell you
I
what.
don't have much time left.
I just found this out now.
thinking it was blue.
I would have known this earlier. My card to you would have looked different.
I'm convinced that last monitor company just sent all of their like broken monitors to here.
We couldn't get the color right on these.
Yeah,
Oh, we
why
can
is-
do something with that.
Why is everything blue? It's made for dogs.
Oh, my gosh.
Sounds good to me.
Mama
This is hilarious.
Beethoven.
Rated by real Paw parents, not those fake ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
I want to know.
Jennifer dog FOMO.
We want our dog to be watching the screen the whole time. You know, it's like that's what's gonna really help them.
Our kids aren't addicted to TV enough.
No,
Let's
it's
yeah.
also
get our
the
dogs on
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kids
all
go
right.
play with the dog. Mom, the dog's watching dog flicks. Can I watch with him? No, it's bad for your eyes.
You're going to go colorblind.
Oh, yeah.
This is
All right.
wild.
This
wild.
is super stupid. Okay.
Oh my
all right.
goodness.
All right. Picks of the week. Joey,
Dog
did you want to? You seemed excited to jump in there.
What you got, Joey?
I am not sure. I'm between two.
You want me to go,
You want
buddy?
someone else
You
to
go ahead and
first?
I
go.
want to go ahead and go. I'm going to go
indecision.
with the Martin Wallace retro story, choose
That
your
was
own
mine
adventure
too.
thing.
That was mine too. It was earlier. Alphabet Soup, Lucky
No, no, no,
Cat.
it's much later.
Is
Keep
it later?
It's right before RIZE, right there. No, right before that one.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was on.
Fight and Fancy
Yep,
Adventure.
that is mine as well.
That is my pick.
And I think it's because even without it having that nostalgia for it, it still ropes me in. Like wants to be part of this nostalgia. You know,
Yeah,
like I
agree.
really like
RIZE
it.
doing well too. That's making money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks fun.
This does.
I would try this out.
Absolutely. I think in similar veins of like the choose your own adventure kind of, I want to be part of the story and have a little game to go with it. I would, yeah, really excited to play with this.
Good time to be in that genre.
Yeah.
Be into that genre. This is such cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree. This was the other one I was thinking about. I'll probably go with Ascendancy, but this was the other
Probably,
one.
or you are?
I am. I
Okay.
am. But I would have gone because that one just sounds so interesting. The story getting in that just sounds fun, either single or for two players.
Scroll up quickly. There we go.
But yeah, this one right here, like I said, I played it. It is a lot, so I wonder, how often I would get it to the table, but it's one of those that once you learn, I think it flows. But you can't step out of that for too long, or you'll have to relearn it. I think this game is going to suffer from that as well. But like I said, towards the end of the gameplay, we all wanted to play it again because it does kind of start flowing towards the end, and it builds. Each character builds.
That's a good
and
sign.
the world he created is good. And the artwork, he did it right. He got somebody to do the art. It's great. The minis are great. So I think this is a really, really good production. A couple of things I wouldn't use in it. Like I said, the trader mechanic, there's a couple other ones. But again, he has a kitchen sink thing where he puts so much on it, but you can also pick and choose what you want to use.
Those
that's
are
cool.
easy to pull out.
Right.
Nice.
You're
Yeah.
no trader.
Right,
Oh,
which I
that's
do
cool.
like that
That's
because
good.
That's good.
That's really
you don't
cool.
have to use that stuff, and I wouldn't.
All right, Chris.
My pick of the week is going to be the same as Mike's pick of the week, which is
Yep.
Crumbs.
That was Mike's. Yep.
That's
there
my
you go.
that's my backup. That was my number 2.
Okay.
Crumbs, baby. That looks good.
Normal or print and play?
I want you to print it for me. And
Done.
not the
It's a Joey
company, the
print and
Joey.
play.
Joey, I want you to print it for me. Will you please do that?
Done. At the
Also,
library.
can you make the cards scented?
Oh.
Could you imagine? It's like Swiss cheese, a fried egg.
5
Kevlar.
Swiss.
From your pan?
I like this idea
looks
of a
cool.
micro game that's just
It does look good.
it knows what it wants to be, a fun solo or 2-player little co-op experience. And I think that the art on it looks phenomenal. I think the gameplay seems simple enough, but engaging still.
It looks like the right kind of simple, right?
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. All
really
right. Well, there you go. Those are our picks of the week and the projects you can take a look at for the next week. So
No watches?
no watches. There's no watches at all this week. I never
unfortunate.
saw one. So
Okay.
don't look it up. Don't send it to me. So thanks for joining us here on Crowdsurfing. I am Camilla.
I am Joey.
I'm Chris.
I'm Z.
All right. Have fun and backing things.
Bye.
Bye.